Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let's get some reactions to these now. Earlier, we planned that we will bring the governor-elect, Alaji Boyega Oyetola, but we understand that at a short time, he had to travel out of town. So tonight on the program, we have a chieftain of the APC and the commissioner for Justice and Attorney General in Osun State, Mr. Ajibola Basiru. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
I'm actually Dr. Ajibola Bashiru.
Dr. Ajibola Basiru. Thank you so much. I know it cost you a lot to get that title, though.
Yes, it's not honorary.
Thank you so much. There's been a lot of controversies, reactions trailing the election, and I must say congratulations to your party for winning this election. But what are your first reactions to the allegations that your party intimidated the opposition to the extent that you did not allow them to go to the poll, for example, in Orolu? Did you hear that?
You see, in Nigeria, I'm actually very experienced in election and post-election matters. You discover that in Nigeria, hardly will there be any election that there will not be complaint, there will be not be election, petitions. And of course, because the jurisprudence is developing, the spate of election petition has actually reduced if you take a comparative basis from 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, and now the 2018-19 series of election. You see, it is in the nature of losers, particularly politicians, to just try to raise hues and cries about election. You talk about, yesterday night I was privileged to watch the collation of the result at the state level, and Mr. Dele Adeleke, who appeared for the PDP, raised the issue of voters' intimidation at the supplementary election, I think at Alikuodo in Osogbo, Unit 17, Ward 5. And the response from one of the agents of the other parties, I think MNM political party, one barrister Daoud Akile, is that at that polling unit, PDP got 165 votes, while APC got 299 votes. So 165 people were not intimidated, and yet we are claiming intimidation. So the facts and the figures does not support what they are talking about. Then when you're talking about election, the jurisprudence of election clearly stated in plethora of decisions, particularly recent one, Peter and Wiki, is that when you make allegations as to non-compliance, as to violence, as to corrupt prices, it must be related on a polling unit by polling unit basis. What do I mean? In Osun, we have 3,010 polling units. In how many polling units are you making your allegations? What are the specific occurrences in those allegations? And the bar to test even the effect of such allegations is test of substantiality. That is, has it affected the election in a way that it could be said that there has been substantial non-compliance with election. So if you are talking as a related case, for instance, let's assume without concede that you are talking about Orolu. Orolu will be what percentage out of 3,010 polling units? The minimis non-curate less. Assuming without conceding that there's even an issue which is not made out by evidence, by what we saw by agents of other parties challenging the veracity of the claim of Adeleke. The question is that what is the percentage of one? Let's even assume in 7 polling units out of 3,010 to now serve as a basis to say the election is not credible. We have a keenly contested election where even the government party even had to lose in some of the stronghold, like for instance the Rekwodo and the Fellodo. And yet people are saying that they are intimidated. If there would be intimidation, would they be able to win in the opposition stronghold? And of course, the government also won in opposition stronghold. So the question is that you just have to create a basis, being bad losers. That's the case I see of the People's Democratic Party.